Gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas!
Welcome to the UFC 209 Notorious MMA Podcast. I got Paul with me here. I'm Alan. Yep. And we got Leo and Eric on the line in Germany. How's it going, guys?
Hey, Alan. Yeah, it's all good, mate. All good.
Yeah, sweet as, man.
It's cool.
Carnival time over here.
Yeah?
Partying hard in Germany.
With a barbie.
Voice is a bit fucked, doing the old karaoke and drinking like a whore.
You started early then.
Oh, for fucking damn sure, man.
So we're back to Las Vegas, Nevada for another big event. I'm sure we all can't wait to talk about this event. What a card we have in store. Mm-hmm. And finally, we're getting the rematch for Tyron and Stephen Thompson. And to top it off in the co-main, we've got Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson. I can't fucking wait. How's it? What are you guys saying, man? This is going to be epic.
Teeing up.
We're excited, man. We're going nuts over here. You know how much we love Khabib. Ferguson, a legend as well. It's too hard to pick these fights. They're so damn good, man. And, yeah, you know, Woodley, Thompson all over again after the last one. It's going to be insane.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, man, super pumped, man. This is the card I've been waiting for months now. Man, tough to pick winners in these fights. You don't know what's going to happen. Really, like, interesting stylistic fights, most of them, man. It's just fucking sick. Can't wait.
Here we go!
First of all, we're going to get into some of the news of the week that's been happening, especially since we last recorded. There was a fight night we missed. Derek, the Black Beast Lewis, came out on top again.
Another KO.
What a fight versus Travis Browne.
Yeah. Great performance.
What a fight.
Great knockout. You know, it was close at the start, but, you know, he caught Browne late on there and gets the knockout always. And
Browne was doing good early on with those body shots.
With the good kicks to the lower body, that was nice.
Well, what did you think, guys?
Mate, I absolutely loved it, man.
What
I
a fight.
Nothing more than a Black Beast fight, man. Every time he fights, I'm so up for it.
Yeah.
It's never a letdown, like, and that's why he's always like a headliner fight in all these kind of fight nights and stuff.
Yeah, he had been.
And and he's getting better every fight, which is great to see, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't wait for him to fight again, man.
I think that's 6 KOs on the run now as well.
He's on.
Yeah, sick, man.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
What do you guys think? Is he ready for a title fight? Is he nearly there? Is he one fight away? What do you think?
Well, he needs a big fight now, doesn't he?
Now he just beat one of the top guys, so it's not bad.
Travis Browne's kind of like the gatekeeper for the heavyweight division these days.
Yeah.
So, but Travis Browne's a big fighter, ranked number 3, man.
That's what
Yeah.
That's why.
That was the win that's taken him into the title hunt now.
Proper, yeah. He's in it now.
What I was thinking is I'd love to see Derek Lewis fight like Cain Velasquez or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would just be
Before a title shot.
2 beasts fighting. Could you imagine that? It's like the Black Beast against the Mexican Beast.
The Brown Beast.
You're from
Yeah,
Texas.
the Brown Beast. There we go.
And he's from
I
Texas.
think that would be a huge headline fight if I could see that.
It would be. I thought it was a really good performance by Derek Lewis, but he was really candid. He was really honest in his interview.
Yeah.
Fight about how he still needs to get better. I don't think he's quite ready for a title shot. I'd like to see him fight, for example, Velasquez first. He was talking about Mark Hunt and Overeem, the winner of that fight. I'd like to see him fight that before a title shot.
Yeah.
But man, huge props to the Black Beast, man. He fucking called out Hamper Brown's number, man. He just mugged him off like a cunt.
Domestic violence accusations.
Yeah. Not for that though, what Brown?
Yeah, he's got a history of it, and it was just hilarious. And he was talking about how he needed a shit. That's why he was holding his body. And did you see at the press conference he had a little mini toy UFC belt? And he was calling himself the interim heavyweight champion.
It was hilarious.
He said he's going to take a break now, so he said he's just had so many fights in a row and he wants to spend some time with his family, so we all can't wait to see him back. It's going to be awesome.
He's been one of the most active fighters last year going into this year.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I think he's been a lot of fun and he's kept really active. I can't think of any fighter who's had more than him, maybe Cerrone or someone like that, but that's about it.
He's earned a break, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, fucking loved it. Loved the fight. Loved the finish. Loved the interview. Seems like such a funny, honest guy. Loved it.
And the celebration, innit? It's a bit like Tito, but it's down on his knuckles, like on the floor. It's so cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, they was hurting pretty bad. You know, my main concern was not taking a crap in the middle of the cage, so I just had to take number 2. That's all that was.
So the other big news of the week, GSP has finally signed a contract.
GSP.
Finally, he is going to fight again. They've smoothed over the deals. They've given him a briefcase of money. Reebok's going to put a tattoo on GSP's face. We don't know how it's going to work out.
He's going to do the new Jean-Claude Van Damme movie or something, you know.
Yeah. So, what do we think? Like, who's he going to fight? Rumour is it's either Bisping. Obviously, they would love to fight McGregor, but I can't really see that happening in the moment. But the other one is obviously the winner of the welterweight title fight next weekend. So who do we want to see fight? I mean, Bisping wants it. He wants to get paid, obviously. But either of those fights, I mean, it's GSP. It's a mega money fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. Excited to see him back, man. With regards to Conor, I remember GSP being quite a big welterweight. So I'd see him being too big, too powerful for Conor. You know, I'd obviously love to see the fight, but I don't think that would be, sporting-wise, the best fight available.
Yeah, and if he's fighting at welterweight, he's got to fight the welterweight champ, not Conor.
Kind of, yeah, exactly.
He walked away.
But I don't like Bisping getting that fight before Romero fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Romero is pissed.
But also, I don't like the Bisping GSP fight. I think GSP mauls him.
Of course.
Run through him.
Dan Hardy flashbacks during that
What do you
fight.
think?
Yeah, I think it's fucking tough for him, to be honest. Yeah, I think Bisping is going to struggle with that fight. But, you know, he keeps proving us wrong every fight, and I love it. So I really hope he can keep it up and keep that run going. And if he does, then he's even more of a legend every fight.
Oh, if he beats GSP, he would go down as one of the greatest, actually.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That would be legendary.
Yeah, but you know, I'm more excited to see GSP versus Bisping than Romero versus GSP or something like that. You know?
Wow, that would be a sick fight.
It would be great. It would be great, but I just think there's something about Bisping against GSP. I just think that just sounds exciting. It's more evenly matched up in a certain sense. I don't know. I think it's going to be more of a wrestling battle with Romero and GSP fight.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, and I think it'll be more of a stand-up fight if Bisping and GSP fight, and I'd be more excited to see that.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see GSP after a 3-year layoff. I mean, it's got to be some ring rust there. And it's just what GSP shows up. I think he does want to come back at middleweight, so he doesn't have to cut. He is quite old now. I think he's 36. So it's a bit...
Yeah, that's okay though. That's not too bad. He's got a good few years in him.
He's a phenomenal athlete.
Of course.
Unbelievable specimen. Come on.
The interesting thing is he's going to have Freddie Roach in his corner, he said. And that will be the first time Freddie Roach has cornered in the UFC. So that could be awesome.
That's going to be good.
Apparently it was actually Freddie Roach who negotiated the final contract to get him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So GSP tried the first time. He failed. He didn't get what he wanted, or his lawyers didn't, whatever. Yeah. But then Freddie Roach, he spoke to Freddie Roach and he said, all right, I'm going to sort this out for you. He went in there and he sorted it all out. And, you know, he proved it to Freddie Roach before he went and trained with him, showed him how committed he is to it. And now Freddie Roach said GSP is his main guy now. That's who he's training for this next fight.
Wow, that's sick. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So his boxing must be pretty crisp. Must have improved.
Must be getting better, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's been training with him for a while, in previous fights, even before he left, but he was never obviously his head coach. I'm sure it will still be for us, Sahabi, but Freddie will be in there, man. Freddie the Fixer Roach. So that's awesome. Something to look forward to. Hopefully in the summer. Hopefully it doesn't take 2 years.
I'm doing this job because I wanted to be the best. I don't want to be number 2. I want to be number 1. And I've always been like this in my life. And I don't want to only be number 1. I want to be the greatest. That's my main goal. That's when I do something, I want to be the best of the best.
Can't wait.
Yeah, sick.
You know, UFC needs these big stars at the moment. With Ronda Rousey going downhill.
Johnny Jones.
John Jones is out. Yeah, you know, McGregor has gone off boxing now, so, you know, I don't know, hopefully he'll come back and fight soon, but...
Yeah, I don't know about that, I'm sure.
He seems committed, though, when, you know, when he wants something, he goes full out for it. He likes to get his way. Yeah. I feel like he wants to do this boxing thing, and he's going to make it happen.
Yeah, they've been making the deal for a while now, negotiating, had offers from Dana and everyone as well, so it's been going on a long time.
Yeah, it looks like it could happen now.
Yeah. Well, it is going to happen.
We shall see. Exciting times.
So, yeah, it looks like Cyborg's coming back. You know, she's been given the all clear from the drugs tests. Apparently, she was wrongly accused. So, you know, a lot of bad word about her recently for a few months now. She's taken it on the chin. Now she's come back. Well, what do you guys think? You know, there's this whole new division for her to take over. She's come back. Do you think she'll beat Randomly?
I'm super excited to see her come back. That's what I've wanted for a while. And she deserves a title shot straight away. She, in my opinion, is the best fighter at that weight division. So, man, I feel super fucking pleased for her, man. She must feel pretty fucking righteous. Having been wrongly, you know, accused and then come out clean. And she'll be raring to go, man.
Yeah.
Whatever fight she gets next, she'll be on a mission.
Yeah, I feel like she'll take anyone on in that division. Randomly or Holly, or any one of them, I think she'll tear them apart. Yeah, I think that's her division.
That's the thing, and obviously we'll see. Randomly wants to give Holly a rematch. Is she running from Cyborg?
I think a little bit. I think she wants to get a little bit better before she fights Cyborg. But it would be a great fight, Randomly against Cyborg, man. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd feel, you know, it sounds like she's really dead set on a rematch with Holly before does anything else.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I can understand she wants to clear all of that up and move on. You know, I doubt that will happen though. I think UFC is going to go for whatever makes more money, and if Cyborg's ready to fight, they're going to put her in.
Yeah, and I think they should.
Yeah, I think they need to make as much money as possible right now. You know?
Yeah.
They've just bought the company, so they need all these big pay-per-view fights with the best fighters.
Maybe GSP versus the tranny.
That'd be great.
All right.
Show some respect, boy.
All right, so before we get into the main card analysis, a quick mention that this is UFC 209 and we don't have a Diaz brother fighting.
Sacrilegious, isn't it?
Can you believe it?
Oh, God, they missed a trick on that one.
Yeah.
Huge one. Yeah, it's a shame. Clearly should have been.
I mean, brother versus brother would have been a great main event.
Man, we've talked about it before. I just can't wait for Nick to come back. I'm just praying, waiting for him to finally come back.
He's waiting for a big fight, man, on purpose. He's been smart. Yeah. He's holding out to make his name bigger, and then, you know.
Well, he's just waiting for a fight. I mean, yeah.
But he's rejected a couple, innit? That's what I've heard.
Yeah, like I think he hasn't been offered bigger guys. Like he's another person who would love to fight GSP ever again.
Yeah, but we've seen that before.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that again in a hurry.
I think he should take the loser of this fight or fight Damian Maia, who's waiting to fight someone.
That's an interesting fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't think that sells a lot, which is a problem. But just talking about MMA, the fucking fight, the true beauty of it, that's a sick fight, Damian Maia.
Yeah, two really skilled guys, really good on the ground. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Yeah.
Love to see
I
it.
can see that one.
Notorious.
So let's get into the fight breakdown. I'm going to go first with the big title fight. We've got Tyron Woodley versus Stephen Thompson, the rematch. The first fight was so close. I mean, we all had it scored differently. And this is basically the sixth round, if you ask me.
Tyron nearly got it done in the last one. You know, Wonder Boy was on shaky legs there, but he came back, showed a lot of heart. 5 rounds again. Could be 5, could be 1. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, man, this is tough to call, man. It's such a fantastic fight, the first one. Yeah, Woodley was, close, man. It's like so fucking close to winning it, to absolutely taking Wonder Boy's soul with him. And then Wonder Boy came back really strongly. I mean, we're analysing the fight before, but coming up to this fight, what a fucking rematch. It could go so many different ways. Yeah. This fight, it's like, who has made the adjustments? Who's gotten better? Will they change strategy a little bit? Or are we going to see a similar thing? I mean, just 2 great fighters. To get a rematch straight away was a beautiful thing to get.
And it's a very fast rematch as well. It wasn't that long ago that they fought.
Yeah.
So it really does feel like a round 6, as you say, Al. But yeah, I don't know. What really stood out to me in the last fight was how hard Woodley was hitting Thompson. He looked more hurt, I thought. Thompson.
Definitely, yeah.
Although, I can see how it evened out between the rounds if you're adding it up, and that's what I felt was fair in that fight. I did feel it was a draw.
Yeah, so did I.
But, Thompson definitely looked more injured in that fight, for sure.
No doubt, yeah. Biggest damage done was Woodley on Wonder Boy, no doubt.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, Thompson was really tentative in the first fight, so do you think he will show up a bit more offensive this fight?
Yeah, look for the knockout.
I hope so. I know he'll give it his all. He always does, and he's a stand-up guy, and he will go through it. But I feel it was a little bit too much for him what Woodley was doing. I feel like Woodley had the faster, stronger punches, less consistent than Thompson. Like, Thompson gets more hits in, but when Woodley does land, it's more devastating.
He fucked him, man, a couple of times. Proper fucked him
absolutely.
And Woodley didn't even use his takedowns the first time, so imagine if he starts taking him down early and tiring him out.
That was what was weird, man. He didn't take him down. But I think you saw Wonder Boy wasn't kicking him at will because of the takedown, I think.
That's true.
Yeah. That kind of cancelled each other out. And I don't know if it's a clever tactic, but I would just like to see it as an MMA fan. Wonder Boy uses kicks more.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a good idea because you get taken down and beaten on, but I would personally just like to see him kick more.
Yeah, I think he'll take more risks.
He's got such an arsenal of kicks.
Yeah, I think he'll take more risk in this fight here. I mean, he could throw more head kicks out there. He's known for his spinning kicks. So I think we could have seen a few more head kicks as well, not just body kicks and leg kicks. But he's got to watch out for that Woodley left or right hand.
Yeah, but that's why kicking is a good idea, isn't it? If you keep the distance and you just kick him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyron picks his moments, doesn't he, then?
Yeah, he's got a lot of fucking power. Scary to any man.
Yeah, he's just got that speed as well. He's so fast, and the power he generates at distance as well. He comes charging in. Seemed to really catch Thompson off guard last time. I could see that still happening. I feel like maybe it's too soon for Thompson to have adjusted his game enough for that.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah. Well, how do you, it's difficult to adjust yourself to someone who's that explosive, that powerful.
I know, but you need to find a way to counter that somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too soon for him to work it out. Not sure.
Cool. Interesting.
Well, in the co-main event on UFC 209, Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. Big fight. It's the interim lightweight title fight.
5 rounds. Can't wait. Cannot wait. This for me is the main event. I mean, what about you guys? I cannot wait for this fight.
You know what? I'm more excited about this because it's a new fight. We've already seen Woodley and Thompson once. Although it was an epic fight, this is totally new and it's something that we've been waiting a long time to see. So I'm more excited about it.
Absolutely, man. And talk about a contrast in styles and skill sets. Fucking hell, this should be an electric fight, man. And they're both fucking killers, man. And they're warriors. They don't give up.
Yeah, and they're both on like great streaks at the moment. I mean, did you hear them bickering on that UFC conference call the other day?
I did. I heard it today.
It's hilarious.
Actually. Yeah, it's funny. I think there's a lot of respect actually there, but they were just having a go at each other. But I think they know how dangerous and how good the other one is. So that, you know what I mean? It sort of puts them in this like fucking survival mode, man. That they know that they're not going to have it all their way. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be epic.
I thought Khabib did sound much more confident in his predictions, and Tony was sort of just calling him names really a few of the times. But you know, Tony's obviously confident as well. But Khabib, for me, I've picked him for this one. He looks like he's going to get him down in my eyes.
That's the fight. Can Khabib get Tony down?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real interesting fight while it stays on the feet. But as we know, once Khabib gets those hairy Russian arms around you, it's good night, Irene. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
Well, first of all, I think he'll definitely take him down. I don't know if it will be at will, but he'll definitely get him to the ground at some points. But Tony Ferguson is dangerous on the ground.
Yeah, man.
Even off of his back.
Definitely.
He's very aggressive off of his back. So it will be interesting to see if Khabib gets it all his way once he takes him down. Because I don't think that's a given.
Yeah, I agree. For me, the wrestling is the difference in this fight. I think I don't think there's anyone Khabib can't take down, to be honest. I think he's got enough skills, more than we've ever seen in this kind of style of MMA wrestling, especially at this division. And I think, you know, once he gets him down there, he'll have his way more. But obviously Ferguson can pull it off. I think it'll be a war. I think so. I think they're both going to go at it, and I can see this being a long fight. Yeah. You know, I don't think anyone's going to end this early.
5 rounds. 5 rounds.
Yeah,
5 rounds.
I'm feeling 5 rounds. I think they're both such elite fighters that it's going to be hard for either of them to get stopped.
I think they're going to be covered in blood. I think it's going to be one of those fights, man. Yeah. They're going to be covered in fucking blood towards the end of it, the pair of them.
And I got to say, this is one fight where I actually want both fighters to really win.
To do well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we wouldn't mind a draw in this one and doing it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Alright, so next fight we got Rashad Evans versus Daniel Kelly. Don't know too much about Daniel Kelly, the Australian, but he's coming in with a decent record, and we know Rashad has not looked good in his last few fights.
Yeah, this is an unusual card. I mean, this being the third highest fight, it was just a bit random for me. It's funny to see Overeem and Hunt lower down the card this time, but I guess it's a new tactic from UFC or something. But yeah, I know Kelly. I remember him from Ultimate Fighter Australia. He was in that. Not really a big fighter for me, to be honest. Rashad's been a bit on and off, to be honest. And not particularly excited about seeing him either. But you know, Rashad is Rashad. Everyone will watch it. So it will be a decent fight.
I think potentially it's a bit of a dud. It's a bit of a fucking dud in there. It's the only one.
Sure.
The card is fucking sick, but this one being the third fight is strange. And I'm not really expecting too much out of either of them. This Kelly fella is Aussie. He was fucking jiu-jitsu guy, but he was pretty wank in the program. Yeah. But then he had some fights and he actually got a knockout. He just knocked the guy out just by fucking hook by crook. Yeah, I agree with you, Lee. I don't think he's particularly good. And Rashad, it's hard to enjoy watching him fight these days. I don't think he's all there. He's not the Rashad of old, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's finding it hard to like pull the trigger on his shots, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, his stamina is an issue as well. I think old age is, you know, he is a good fighter. He's got good technique, but the old age has got to him, you know. But Daniel Kelly, it could be a little slugfest if Evans wants to come, and he might be forced into Rashad's game a little bit. Could see a knockout here, though. Might not be the best of fights, but could see a knockout.
Yeah, but I think, you know, if both are healthy, Rashad should be a lot faster than Kelly. You know, he should have a big advantage over him.
Yeah, he should be.
Not to mention experience as well. He's a former champion, you know, and he's got that knockout power. I really think he'll outclass him in this fight.
And if
he should do.
And if he can't throw the shots, he needs to go back to his takedowns. He's got some of the best in the game.
He's got that as a safety. You know, he can just take him down if he wants to, but hopefully he'll go for a knockout. Do it early.
Yeah. I don't harbour too much hope for this fight, to be honest.
Cool.
All right. Lando Vannata versus David Teymur in the next fight. This is an interesting one.
Tasty.
Groovy Vannata.
Yeah, first time we've seen him on the main card. Obviously, he filled in against Ferguson that time, but he's been on a tear, as we say, Vannata. And I really can't wait to see him. I love his style. I love how he's got his hands down. He's so confident. And he just throws the most unorthodox kicks like you've ever seen. It's going to be a good fight. To see what this Teymur's got in store for him. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man, I love Vannata. You know, he reminds me of Machida in the old days. You know, coming in and doing these amazing knockouts. So yeah, I'm all for him. I think he's going to do great on the night. I think he's such a confident guy. He can fight whenever he wants and still pull it off. You can tell when someone's there kind of mentally and they're so calm in the octagon that, you know, they can knock people out like that, and it takes a certain level of confidence like Machida or Anderson Silva to pull stuff like that off, and he's got that.
Oh, for sure, man. I think he's super talented. Both, to be fair. David Teymur's a sick fighter, man. Maybe a lot of people don't know how good this kid is. He is fucking good, man. So this is a sick, tasty fight. I love Vannata's movement. I love his techniques for kicking, but Teymur is a really aggressive kickboxer. Very, very aggressive. He throws a lot of volume, and he has cardio for days, man. He throws head kick after head kick, and he doesn't get tired. He doesn't stop throwing. So this could be an absolute fucking beautiful fight. Very excited for this one.
Cool. So cue the Pride music, someone, because we got a fucking throwback here. Alistair Overeem versus the Super Samoan. I mean, again, this could be fight of the night. So we got Overeem coming off the loss to Miocic, and we got the Super Samoan coming off a controversial no contest to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
This could be a hell of a fight. I really can't wait. We got Overeem. He's going to try and use his distance, his lanky kicks. Mark Hunt's just going to be using that meathead to bob and weave, and he's just going to be coming with the right hand. Can Chinny Overeem take a shot from Mark Hunt? I don't know. What do you think, Paul?
No one usually takes the shot and still stands. But at the same time, Hunt, you know, he's very tough. I think Alistair's going to take his time with him. He's going to respect him. He's going to kick him to the body, you know, keep the distance. And then, you know, if the knockout comes, it comes. You know, I could see this one going at least a couple of rounds, 2 or 3 rounds. You know, this is a tough fight.
But could end at any time as
well.
Could
end at any time, yeah.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, for me, this is a really hard one to call, this one. I think it's Godzilla versus King Kong, right? I think Mark Hunt struggles a bit against these really huge guys like he did against Brock Lesnar a little bit, you know. I think that might be a little bit overwhelming for him, but Alistair Overeem does do these really daft things where he just leaves his chin out there sometimes, especially after he gets a bit tired, you know. And if this fight carries on, and, you know, Mark Hunt can take a beating and carry on until the late rounds and knock you out. And if that does happen, then I worry for Alistair Overeem, you know, to get that uppercut, that lethal uppercut that, you know, Mark Hunt has. But if Overeem can use his distance and overwhelm him, then it should be his fight for me. I think he can do it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of both of them. I love them, but for different reasons, to be fair. Overeem, I just think he's got such a beautiful technique and style of powerful, aggressive fighting. And he's actually been very impressive the last few fights. His movement, he's been on his toes, he's been moving around. I thought he was very unlucky with the Stipe Miocic. I thought he was dominating that fight. He looked very good.
Yeah, he did.
Similar when he lost to Browne.
Yeah.
You know, he was absolutely dominating him. So I thought he was very unlucky, you know, with some of the losses he's had. And he's looked very good. But at the end of the day, I love Mark Hunt, man, because he's just so fucking... He's a warrior, isn't it? He's so class, man. And his power is just undeniable. It rocks people's world.
He's always such a joy to watch with that walk-away punch that he does every time.
The best, the walk-away knockout. It's awesome.
Yeah. But also, I've got to think, Overeem's got to be on a bit of a hype train after, you know, Jermaine's won the belt for Holland. Maybe there's a little bit of hype in the Holland camps, or the supporters. So maybe he's gonna get inspired by that and put on a great performance.
Yeah, that's it, man. The fucking bongs have been passing around like no one's business.
I'll be joining them in a few days.
The knees are trembling in the coffee shops around Amsterdam.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope no one pisses dirty for this fight. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's always a worry.
Can you imagine if that happened to Hunt again?
Oh, God, Jesus.
We just need a fair fight, don't we?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully no one gets fucking injured on this card last minute. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the card, boys.
Notorious.
It's time for the Notorious predictions. UFC 209. What you picking? Main fight? I'm going to go with Tyron Woodley.
Oh.
And I'm going with a KO in round 3 because I think he's going to get it done this time. Alan?
Yeah, I'm the same. Very close fight to call, obviously. But I think Tyron gets it done again. I was going to pick decision, but I've gone for Tyron KO in the second round.
Oh. Okay. I'm surprised by that, but okay.
I'm not surprised, Leo.
I'm surprised by you, man. You're supposed to be our champ. Okay. Anyway, I'm going with Tyron Woodley, and I think you were right with your first instinct, Hal. I think this is going to be a decision for Woodley on this one.
Eric?
Interesting. I wrote down Woodley, knockout, round 2, just like you, man.
Yeah. So we've got all 4.
I think he's pissed off. He wants to show the world he's truly the best, and he's got the power to do it.
Yeah, he's definitely hungry for that.
He not only do I feel like he comes with a sense of entitlement. I'm the champion of the world, and I feel like at a certain level, when I was a contender, I respected the champion as so, and I just I really don't feel that authentic respect.
Put some respect on my name.
All right, in the next fight, the co-main event, Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. I'm going with Khabib, KO round 2. I think he gets it done. He gets him down. He gets the finish with TKO punches. Alan?
Wow. Second round. Fucking hell. Again, it's so hard to call this one. I'm going against the grain, I feel, on this one, boys. The champ is picking Tony Ferguson. Submission in the third round. Yeah, I said it. Submission.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the skills to do it.
It's definitely a possibility, but I don't think so. Not tonight.
Yeah.
Not on the night. I'm sticking with Khabib. I think he's amazing. I think the wrestling is the decisive thing on this one. I think that's going to be a big advantage for him, and I think it's going to go to decision, and the wrestling is going to make the difference there.
Yeah, man, but love Khabib. I think he gets it done. Still, despite Tony Ferguson being a really talented and it's going to be a hard fight for him, I think Khabib's just too fucking good. Just when it comes down to it, and he's got the confidence. Decision as well.
Wow, 5 rounds, boys.
Yeah.
5
I mean,
rounds.
they're both warriors, man. It's impossible to stop either of them, so it's going to decision.
Tony Ferguson won't give in. He won't quit.
Okay, the next fight, Sugar Rashad Evans versus Daniel Kelly. I'm picking Kelly on this one. I think he's going to get a KO in round 2. I think, Rashad's going to come and bang, and there could be a knockout here. So, round 2 for me, Alan.
The sugar jar is empty. Again, I can't pick Rashad. Sorry, not after that last one. Daniel Kelly for me, and I'll play it safe on the decision.
Okay. Personally, I think you guys are crazy, man. I think Rashad Evans is going to outclass him in a big way. He's going to be a lot faster than him. So I'm going for Rashad Evans knockout in the second round.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that's it. They could come and bang, Kelly is, the younger opponent, so...
Eric?
Not by a lot, though. He's an old ferret as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's old, man. He's worn out. He ain't fast. He ain't...
Eric?
I don't think so, man.
I think I'm listening to a lot of funny things going on here. I think it's going to be a pretty boring one-dimensional fight, and I think Rashad Evans does enough. Decision.
Smart option.
No chance,
Thanks.
boys.
It's okay. Next up, Lando Vannata versus David Teymur. Interesting fight. I like the exciting Vannata, and that's why I'm going with a spin kick or something of that sort and a KO round 2.
And I'm picking exactly the same. Lando round 2.
Okay.
I was thinking exactly the same, so it's hard not to, but Vannata knockout second round as well.
Ooh.
Nice. For me, David Teymur.
Oh.
I think people are sleeping on this guy. They don't know how good he is. And I really like Vannata, but David Teymur's a beast.
Okay.
Mate, he's going to be on the first flight back to Sweden that night.
Yeah, covered in champagne and hookers.
And last fight on the main card, Alistair, Overeem versus Mark Super Samoan Hunt. I think Overeem gets the job done in a close fight. I think this one's going the distance. Decision, Overeem. Alan?
Mark Hunt in the first round with a KO.
Okay. I'm going with Overeem as well. I think he's going to win this. I think it's going to be a war decision for Overeem.
Wow. I can't see him lasting. I think you're giving his chin too much credit.
Yeah.
I think Hunt drops him. I think I've gone round 2. Hunt, knockout.
Okay.
I think he drops him a few times, isn't it?
I think they're both going to drop each other. Alright, here we go. It's time for the notorious entrance music game, guys. Especially for UFC 209. Now, I'm going to mix it up. It's going to be related to some of the fighters in UFC and some more legendary fighters who aren't particularly in this event.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little 5 to 10 second sound clip. I want you guys to write down the answers. We're going to go through 5 possible songs, and then we'll go through the answers at the end. Alright? Cool.
Yep.
Guys ready?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so the first one.
It's dark and hell is hot.
That is difficult. That is a good one.
Alright, I'm going to give you a little bit longer on this one.
No fucking idea, mate. Was that some tribal
you
music?
should know this. It is an old classic one. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yes, sounds something tribal.
Some tribal shit right there, man.
Okay. Alright, next one.
I think I might.
Love that one.
I might know that one.
Good one. That's a good one. Okay. Now, number 4.
King without a crown, a king without a crown, king without a crown, a king without a crown, king without a crown, a king without a crown, king without a crown, a king without.
Fucking hell, mate. This is not easy. A king without a crown.
That's it. You heard that right.
Is that a clue?
Is it a black king?
I ain't saying anything. Okay, I want you guys to work it out.
Okay, last one.
Okay, next one.
You gotta give us more than that, man. Fucking hell.
I'll play it again. That's what I'll do.
Fucking hell,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
This is impossible.
I'd expect you to get this one.
You'd expect us to get it. What happens? Can we demand another 5 seconds or something?
I can only repeat the song again. That's all I'll do. I'll repeat that clip, but I won't play any more of this.
I think we've done it twice already. Come on, boys.
Fucking hell.
That might have been the easiest one.
Yeah, I would have thought it would be.
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
going to do one more bonus one, alright?
Okay.
Okay.
The preacher man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry.
Country boy. Who is the country boy?
Okay.
Okay, I got my answers down.
So, that was 6 of them.
Okay,
So, and here everyone's answers to the first one.
Okay.
So, I'll start with Eric.
Anderson Silverman.
Okay, Paul?
Hendrix.
When does he come out? When does he come out?
I don't
DMX.
I don't know what I've got here. I didn't catch the tune right, and I thought it was Johnny Hendrix or someone like that. I don't know.
Okay. Alan?
Anderson.
Yeah, okay.
It
You
was
guys
DMX,
are right.
was it?
Anderson Silva.
I couldn't get that. Yeah, on the first one. Should have got that.
Next one.
Okay. Number 2. Eric, do you want to go first?
This is a guess just because it sounded like Maoris, like doing the haka. So I went for Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, should have got that. I mean, I thought it was Mark Hunt, but in the end, I actually put down no answer.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Good guess.
Alan?
I went for Hoist Gracie.
Hoist Gracie. Okay.
So
I mean, Eric was 100% right. He worked it out as a haka, and obviously that's a New Zealand chant.
Yeah, we did know, yeah.
Maori's chant.
We knew it was the
He actually
tribal.
used that he used it when he was in Pride.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't use it anymore, does he?
No, but, you know, classic fights, and I know we've all seen them. So.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. So, Eric, do you want to go again next?
Cain Velasquez.
Paul?
I put down nothing again. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it, honestly. I just knew I wasn't going to get it right, so. Alan?
Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both right. It was Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, it's a big one. So that's Vincent Fernandez, Los Mandalos. It's called. Okay, then number 4. Eric, you want to go first?
A bit of a guess. Just sounded like a big boy black man tune, isn't it? With an attitude. So I went for John Jones.
John Jones. Okay, interesting. Paul, do you have an answer for this one?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not too confident. I went for Alistair Overeem.
Alistair Overeem. Okay. Alan?
Rumble Johnson I went for.
Okay. Well, you're all wrong.
Okay.
This was the hardest one, I'd say. It was Tyron Woodley.
Oh, that crossed my
I
mind.
did mention it in there somewhere, but you should have stuck to it. And you're right, it totally suited him. It was,
No, but you know what? Because
exactly.
because he's the champ, though. I thought he has got a crown now. He's the champ, so.
Yeah, I think it was used previously, but yeah, it was a song they had.
Yeah, I wrote Tyron down initially, and then I changed to Rumble. So yeah,
Really?
good one.
Big mistake. Okay, and then let's go to the next one. What have you got?
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy. Okay. Paul, what did you have?
I did actually think Wonder Boy, but once again, I couldn't make my mind up, and I put down nothing.
Alright.
Seriously, yeah.
You should have put down Wonder Boy, though.
I know, but I just didn't. No, I wasn't confident. I honestly wasn't confident at all.
Choosing a name is better than silence, no?
Yeah.
Surely any answer is better than no answer.
Well, I do have a I do have a name for the last one, so who knows? Hopefully.
Okay. Paul, sorry, Alan, what did you go for?
Yeah, again, it was a tough one. Complete guess. I went for Randy Couture.
Randy Couture. Okay. No, I thought that was a really easy one, and to be honest, if I'd given it another 2 seconds, you all would have got it, I think. But it was Tenacious D's Wonder Boy song. The Wonder Boy.
Okay.
Damn. Good one.
Okay. And the next one, the last one.
Yeah, proper country pumpkin. Could have been a few people, but I went for Matt Hughes.
Okay, interesting. Paul?
I went for Roy Nelson.
Okay, good choices. Alan?
Yeah, Matt Hughes for me.
Okay, yeah, you're both right. It's Matt.
Yes! Spanked it.
Good stuff. Alright, let's see total scores.
I'm pleased with that. I only got number 4 wrong, so I got 5 right.
Okay, cool.
I just got none right. Alan?
Okay.
Alan?
Well, thanks for trying.
Yep, it was good.
Alan?
It's the participation that counts.
I got three right. I got 3 wrong. So yeah.
Okay, so Eric's clearly this week's winner.
Yeah. Music champion. Nice.
You better watch out, champ. He's coming for you.
Eric gets to pick the outro music this week.
God, sweet. That's a privilege.
Yeah, man.
That's why I have to fight with Tony Ferguson. I want to make him tired and make him tap. If he's not tap, I'm gonna break his arm. After fight, maybe one shoulder, his arm, second shoulder, my belt, and new lightweight undefeated champion.
There is something not human about Tony Ferguson at times. He's got excellent hand speed for a guy with that kind of reach and range.
You think breaking my arm is gonna stop me? Please, I'm gonna hit you with that thing. I'm gonna knock you out with it. We need to squash this.
Cage close, me and him, 1-1, and we have to know who is better this night. I will be ready March 4.
And we're back once again with the quote game for UFC 209 special. You motherfuckers ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Alright. Quote number 1. There is no fear. There are only 2 things. Trained and untrained.
Trained and untrained.
That's an awesome quote.
Trained and untrained.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's a bad boy quote, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking straight away. I'm thinking Tony Ferguson.
Yes,
but I don't know. Tyron could have said it.
No, I'm gonna go with Khabib. I think Khabib's all about hard work and training.
Yeah. Thompson could say it as well, though, maybe.
Khabib always says he's trained for every situation, which is definitely true.
I mean, if it was Overeem, he'd say drugs or no drugs. Do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna go with Ferguson. What was it, man?
What was it?
But what are your answers? Ferguson, Khabib.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Thompson.
Leon?
Thompson.
Oh, it's the Reem, Alistair Overeem.
Oh, okay.
That came right back at you.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 2.
Nice.
Alcohol and girls stand in the way of an athlete. They spoil him and make him weak.
Was that Mickey from the Rocky movies?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Alcohol and girls, who don't like that? I mean, again, that's a very Russian mentality.
Who don't like that?
That's a Russian mentality for fighting. You got to be trained as a fighter. You got to be doing sit-ups in the toilet at work if you ain't got time.
That's a cold Russian kind of thing to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Got to be trained.
I'll say, yeah.
And it could be a kind of like Muslim fighter mentality or something as well.
Muslim,
so it probably is.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna go with Khabib.
Ooh, he's playing the Muslim card.
I'm going with Khabib again.
He's been claiming it recently, saying he's the best Muslim fighter and stuff like that. So
We just lost 2,000 viewers.
Eric,
if we had 2,000 viewers.
Eric, I'm going with Khabib. Leo, what are you going with?
I have to go with Khabib as well.
Anna?
I'm gonna go for. See, a lot of these guys are married, so I mean, maybe they're talking about settling down and having no sex, like a sexless marriage. I'm gonna go with Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt. Ooh, okay. What is it? What is it, Eric?
He likes to fucking drink.
It's Khabib. It's
Yes. That's a very Russian mentality.
Yeah, he's probably single.
That's fine. Focus on the fight.
Good one, man.
Number 3. You can delay, but you can't deny.
You can delay, but you can't deny.
I know.
I mean, this is sounding like all Khabib quotes so far, really. I mean, he sounds like the person to say that. But maybe Ferguson, he's been delayed on his journey to the top. Maybe Woodley, the same thing, had to wait for his time. Could be any of those 3 or 4, but...
I'm going to go Mark Hunt.
Yeah?
Yeah. No?
I'm going with Tyron Woodley.
I'll say Ferguson.
It's the man with the racist card. Tyrone.
Yes. I think I've actually heard him say that before. Quotes
that
like
must
that.
have been before he was like champ, though, wasn't it?
They tried to, delay him, but they couldn't deny him, and he kept there and he beat Lawler viciously in round 1. He was ready. That was it.
Well, yeah.
There you go, man.
That was a good Tyrone quote. Great quote.
Nice one, man.
So unbelievably, Paul won one.
That was good, Paul, man. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, it was good. Nah, Paul, you did well.
They were tough.
Yep. Thank you.
For more of our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel below, Notorious MMA Podcast. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Notorious MMA Pod.
We're living